Awesome. Awesome. You know, you have the ingredients now to be less, you know, less out to in as you sort of once were.
Come back, left, baby.
That's a handsome shape. Good job. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take a look at a subject that I think many golfers struggle with.
Subject? I'm the subject.
You are the subject of the subject. We are going to dive into more of your golf swing, Mikey, but really what we're dealing with is the concept of people really struggling with the fade. Why do people fade it? What is the cause? And more importantly, what is the fix?
Yeah.
You know, we know from the stats the amount of golfers that are struggling with that left to right aggressive shape. You know, the harder they swing at it, the more they swing from out to in, the more they come across, swipe across it. Actually, in actual fact, the faster they swing, which is relevant to where we are with you, because you are gaining speed, is if you don't apply that speed squarely and properly, you actually won't gain any distance.
It's a waste effort.
It's an absolute waste. So we want to dive into that today. We want to be more economical with our golf swings. We want to help Mikey be more economical with his golf swing. Assume you would like that, Michael?
Yeah, I'm game. The game's slowly getting better. The handicap's coming down this year. It was a good season of golf. The season's not over yet. But yeah, I'd love to get it even lower than what it is.
Sort of steady progress for you over the last few years. You've sort of been around 4 or 5 handicap. A couple of years ago then, last year, probably got it down to 3-ish.
Yep.
Right now, you're sitting at 1.8.
Yeah.
You've been as low as 1.3?
Yeah, 3, 2, yeah. Yeah, no, it was a good season. Then it kind of crept up a little bit there. Some bad rounds kind of late in the summer. But yeah, I know where my mistakes are happening. They're kind of a couple holes that, you know, you throw a double up and that just, you par everything and then 3 doubles and you're like, oh boy, there goes the score. So, yeah, I'm excited for this. This will be good.
Well, and we've talked about guys, you know, gaining sort of 20, 25 yards that the statistics will show is for, I think it's every 20 yards you gain or as distance increases on the average, there's a stroke reduction of about 2.5 shots. So, you know, I know scratch golf has always been the goal for you. If we can get you that distance, but without sacrificing, obviously, the accuracy and you're able to still hit, you know, good iron shots in with less club, your proximity gets tighter, putts improve, et cetera.
Definitely.
We're going to get you to that goal. But it kind of starts today, because one thing I know from my experience, Mikey, is that gaining speed with improper mechanics is actually not a great way to go about it.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want, you know, Mike hurt himself. We don't want him, you know, just developing a faster, less efficient method. We want to kind of try to get you on both angles if we can, which is faster but more economical at the same time.
Love it.
All right, let's see your 7.
Okay.
All right, Mikey, let's hit some baseline 7 irons, right? We're not really going to talk too much about, you know, preemptively what it is you do. Let's just let the numbers kind of talk, and then we'll dive on in. Good. Really good.
Bit skinny, but it worked out.
Yep.
Thank you, T150.
That's why you don't play the blades anymore.
Exactly.
What was it Johnny Wonder called you in Texas? The Canadian Chad Campbell?
Yeah. You know what's funny? I have no clue who Chad Campbell is.
You looked it up?
No.
Good
I would
call.
imagine he's good looking, so that makes sense.
First 3 shots out of the gate are lovely.
Decent weekend of golf, still carrying over.
Okay, so you said that you whispered to yourself there, faster.
I know.
And then all of a sudden, let's see if you went faster. You actually didn't, right? So that's another interesting part of it. You actually went slower than the previous 2 swings.
Interesting.
And at the same time, dropped, which
Wow,
was more
yeah.
importantly, you dropped the ball speed. Lost 10 yards. Okay, couple more. Not saying that's the wrong thing to do, but you know, this is why we're looking into the technique element of it. What's impressive here, Mikey, and obviously, you know, 4 out of 5 shots we're talking about, so that's a decent, you know, we're talking about 80% here, but your average offline at the minute, 2.6 yards left of your target line.
Yeah.
Right, so whether you hit your target distance, over here obviously we've got our proximity, you know, is you know, not really what we're talking about right now, but we that's an impressive accuracy statistic.
Right, okay.
Right, so it's really, really good. So yeah, let's start to kind of decrease the loft a little bit. So let's dive into your 4-iron.
Oh boy. Ouch, that hurt. So low. Yikes.
Okay, so this is clearly the part where, you know, Mikey starts to struggle a little bit with the swing, starts to struggle with the delivery, and let's kind of get into a little bit of that. So there's sort of heavy strikes, the launch is super low, spin is super low, angle of descent is coming in like a Scud missile. We need to try and get a little bit more air under that, Mikey. I mean,
yeah, the last couple months, obviously, as I've gotten a bit steeper, I do not like this club in the bag as much.
Yeah.
I used to love this club.
well, even your 7-iron, to be honest, like 70 feet in peak height.
Too low.
It's too low.
Way too low. Yeah.
We want to try and gain some ball speed and stuff, which will help, but we got to ultimately deliver, you know, a little bit more loft. You've got 32 degrees of loft in your 7-iron, you're delivering 21 and a half.
This is 15.
Yeah,
3
you've
wood.
got 15 degrees of delivered loft.
Yeah, it's way too low.
Yeah. Okay, big dog. Really good example there of your baseline, like first driver swing of the day for you, 104.
Yeah.
You know, we never used to see that. I would say that's a 5-mile-an-hour jump. But what is very obviously evident when we do that is how much that path gets across. You know, we always talk about 2.7 yards per mile an hour of ball speed, club head speed, right? So at 104, we are looking at something north of 280 is where we should have, and we're south of 260.
Yeah.
Right, so there's probably 25 yards left on the table for you with that swing. Better, more solid.
Still out it in.
Yeah, really good. Just pick up and ball speed, really.
Yeah.
146.6 to 152.3.
The strike definitely felt better, not as heely, but not as bad.
Okay.
When I played yesterday, I definitely saw a lot of those like
Left start lines, right? Because if you've got the face 4-2 close to the target, why you don't see outside, Mikey, the start line being left is because of how much right you point your feet.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
you offset your start line by your alignment.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you aim way right. So just aim super neutral here, right? So actually go into a fade stance. One thing I never see you struggle with is pulling the trigger.
Yeah, that was.
You were struggling to pull the trigger there.
I was waiting for someone to say, right, Davy, hit it.
Right, so Mikey changes his swing direction, which is the kind of bottom half of Mikey's swing is in any swing, it's your sort of swing plane.
Yeah.
Is we call swing direction. Your base plane is much more left when you stand square like that, right? So you only offset your angle of attack and path by how far right you aim. I said that to you when we played, you know, recently. I'm like, you know, we gotta rip the training wheels off here, or the whatever this Band-Aid is, right? Because it's, as of right now, it's masking what ultimately will hold you back, because it's a movement pattern, right? And the more you push on the leverage from your body, the more you pull on your most dominant levers. If we had you in a swing catalyst or some force plate, right, your main lever right now is rotation, right? You don't really, you do have a bit of vertical. You don't have much lateral at all.
No.
You know, you don't, and that's something we're gonna give you a little bit more of that, and we're gonna talk a little bit about, you know, club depth and trying to get the club a little bit more behind you. But let's stick with the, you know, more of a square stance for now. Okay. All right. Well, take your setup. So give me, for right now, 2 things we need to happen to incentivize the path to go more right. The club face has to be sort of nicely, sort of, call it square, but to you feel shut,
yeah.
right? Wrist sort of conditions have to be favorable for that. So, you know, when you start to see that ball go left, not left, right, in terms of left start line, right fall line, you know, you are going to start to swing. You're very intuitive. You know, you're going to start to swing much more to the right. Okay, so we've got to certainly get more of that. So swing up to the top from there. Okay, good, excellent. Sort of nice, strong face. Hands a little bit deeper. The other thing, let me take this out of your hands a second. The other thing is just imagine you're holding the club only with your right hand. Swing up to the top. Right, so what do you do differently there?
I know,
right?
I do this.
You narrow, so if we've got 90 degrees, I want that to be like the limit.
Okay.
Right, so if we kind of said, right now, stick a golf ball in there, right, you would crush the golf ball.
Yeah.
Right, you'd absolutely feel the pressure on that golf ball. We never really want to feel, like you ever get that sense of pressure. So give me a few rehearsals.
Just do size of muscles. Did stop at the top?
Yeah. So first is club face. Good. Excellent. Up to the top. Good. Right. And what you've done there nicely was getting into your right hand side, because if we're going to get more lateral, we've got to incentivize our swing to get more lateral.
Right. Okay.
Right. So we have to get more off it to get more on it. That's how we're gonna do that. Right. Okay. So we have to get comfortable getting a little bit more off it, then sort of keeping things a little bit more neutral on the way through. Okay. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Really good.
Okay.
Love that. And again. Hold on. Good. Okay. So once you get up to, go up to the top. So you've got those movements down really nicely. Yeah, we're going to stop up to the top and stop. Good. Love that lower body movement. Much, much better. Right. So for you, the first thing before you do anything down now is actually I want you to shift your mass. I want you to feel like you're squeezing all the water out of a sponge. Right. You're going to let that weight then shift. Then we're going to swing through.
So you're
right,
here.
So you're there. Shift. Release. Awesome. Okay. I love that. Okay. So that's backswing.
Okay.
And then really from there, it should get more simple. It's just the timing of the transition. It's the shift and the release. I don't want you thinking anything about the release.
Yeah, okay.
The release that'll be like the sort of athletic part of the swing takeover. But
here?
Good. Yep. Excellent. Shift it, release it.
Okay. It seems simple enough.
All right, let's just chip a few. We're certainly not challenging the speed element yet.
You want it in stages or in one swing?
I want you to go, let's do the first couple actually in stages. So backswing. Yeah. Shift the weight, release it. Awesome. Good, really good. So take back, deeper in the right hip. Excellent, Mikey. Good load behind it, shift. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So now start to pick me a target to the right, because we're drawing this a little bit, right?
Okay.
Pick me a target, just right of it, whether it's that V between the trees or, something.
Yeah, go for that. That's
right? Aim your club face. That's the most important thing here. Aim your club face out there. Okay, good. So give me nice club face, nice and strong, depth of turn.
In parts or?
I start to put it together, but the one thing I want you to be very conscious of, or should I say two things, depth, get off of it, and then make sure that it's very, very sort of pronounced how much you shift that weight before you start the downswing and transition.
Come on, baby.
Good. Good. And watch what the efficiency starts to do here. You will start to see your dynamic loft obviously going down.
Yeah.
Right? Centered strike, love that. Your efficiency, right, 149. So we actually had a skyrocket efficiency.
Yeah, okay.
But when you're delivering 9 degrees of loft, right? So you can see the speed element to it kind of made things a little bit different on the path. Right. But we'll take 0 versus 9 to the left.
Amen.
For the feels that I'm looking for, this side, under your left foot. Okay, take your grip. Okay. So I want you to, so if you just make a turn, right, I want you to get that as far away from you, so create as much tension in that band as you possibly can. There you go, right? Right arm now is so different.
Interesting.
Okay. That's sort of the feel. So as you take it away, again, back to the long drive players.
Yeah, that long,
that kind of movement. It's high hands. It's almost like get big, get small. Okay. Right? That's sort of the movement they have. So you sort of get the weight off, good, and then we shift it. Okay, good, so get big turn, good, shift there, and then we're gonna obviously, from a strong club face position, let that out.
Okay.
Now here's the interesting part. You might need a new driver after this.
I was honestly, the last couple I hit, you were like, okay, that wasn't bad. I'm thinking, I'm gonna need more loft.
10-5,
Yeah.
right? You know, because it's gonna be so hard for you to produce high dynamic loft. So let's make some reps with that. Let me put more loft in your hands.
More reps.
You want the hands high and behind you, right? Reaching for, see where that pole is? Where the gears used to be attached? You want to reach for that. Try and literally attach that band. Right, let that right arm, remember we do want it to fold slightly, right? So we want it to kind of sit there. We don't want it to just go. Right, it's gotta have some, there you go. So go again. Excellent, that's structure. Right, that's really, really nice. Hard work that, isn't it?
Aye. Who signed up for this hard work?
You did, baby. You said, Fraz, I want to hit it 300. I said, all right.
Right,
Boot camp starts now.
Give me a driver. I don't like a trade again. I just like the golf club.
So up to top. Good. Long right arm. Reach. Lengthen, reach. Okay, start the downswing. Okay, club falls sort of in that position. Yeah. Boom. Okay. Everything, the club needs to be led in what it does.
Okay.
Right? So if we're going to get it to go to the right, why is it going to go to the right? Well, if our face is shut and we're going to hit it dead left, the path will then start to move to the right. Okay? If we go too much down, we will push more up, right? And we'll get more explosive speed, right? If we want more lateral, well, if we move more away, we're going to move more back. Right, so if everything has to be led with an incentive in the golf swing. We're not just going to, make changes automatically. Trying to hit it on that start line, like I want that start line. But I don't want you to cheat it with your feet. I want you to do it with your sort of movement. Good, really good. What was that path?
0.8 out in.
Awesome. That looked much, much better, Mikey. Okay, if your club face doesn't know what to do, as long as your club is moving in the right direction. Stance looks better, Mikey. Okay, remember the feeling with the band?
Yeah.
Right? Good. Close.
On the back foot again, though.
I mean, it looked like to be honest, for the level of output, which was obviously much lower, it looked a lot closer, like you got your contact back, and it looks like a speed you can work at.
Yeah.
That's nice. You've got all the ingredients now. So if the face is shut, we're turning, we've got depth, right? We're gonna get into the lead side earlier. We're not letting everything open up just yet, right? So that's kind of keeping us shut to the target. Then we're gonna release it out to first base, okay? Okay, I think 95 is as high as I want to see it. I would rather 90 to 95 right now.
Okay.
Okay, so club face in good position, just rehearse it. Okay, good, excellent. Right hip turns more.
Yeah.
Shift the weight, release it to right field. Yeah. Okay, and if you can, go again, up to the top. Right, good. Lengthen, like if you can deepen and lengthen, right? It just gives you more, that club getting behind you more. Okay, really start this right. Look at that red line. That ball's gonna hit that red line. Good start line. So if that club face was shut, it's a pretty strong flight, but the club face is obviously wide open.
Yeah.
Right? So we gotta get that club face sort of more shut. That was good. That was, 2-5 in, 2 out. And you only really focused on club face there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Incentive, Mikey. Like, I keep saying that to you. Like, if the club has no incentive to be swung to the right, it won't.
Yeah.
But you have to get the face right. It's the only part we hit the golf ball with.
But is that over-exaggerating?
No,
Is that
because
bad?
that's why we're not kind of fanning it open, because we don't want you to release the club. We want the club face to be in a strong position, right there, up to the top there, right.
Oh.
So I know that's exaggerated,
Yeah.
but like if you start it there, you're not coming over the top,
No.
right. But if that's the feel, okay.
Right. Okay.
Not bad. Sounded just thin.
Yeah.
Is it likely that we're hitting it thin if we're moving a lot into our lead side?
We're not moving enough into our lead side.
Right. If you're moving too much into it, you're going to pull the handle with you, right? The likelihood of you hitting it high in the face goes up, not low in the face. Close, Mikey. That's the right focus.
Think Augusta.
Close your eyes and think of Augusta.
Can spell the
Should
azaleas.
have heard that once before.
Hello, friends.
Awesome.
2-3 out to in. Not awful, but
Out to in.
2 up.
So I want to say you're bailed out, but you were helped by a toe strike.
Yeah. We've got to take what I can get, baby.
Yeah, I mean, height-wise, everything about that, Mikey. Like if you're on a golf course, you're feeling good about your draw there,
Yeah.
right? You don't on a golf course, you don't get to find out if you're ever out to in or in to out.
No, yeah.
You get the result, and the result would be over the moon with there.
I'd take that flight all day long.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a phenomenal flight. So have you got the gist of the components? We threw a lot at you. We didn't just give you one thing there. We gave you obviously change in setup, right? More tilts. We gave you
behind the ball.
Yep. So you're allowed a little bit of a draw stance. As we take it away, we want to make sure we are loading into right side, and then the face stays in that strong position.
Yeah.
Right there. Sort of wide at the top.
Pick a
really
target.
shift that weight and swing it out to the right.
Pick a target a little bit more to the right.
Pick a target to the right. But again, like if you're going to shift, you have to be deep and up, like really stretching that way, so that when you go there, see what happens? Mm-hmm. When you do that, you get that depth. You get that depth for free. If I go here,
No, I know.
doesn't just you're steep.
The last couple you said you can't get out to in from here with the face shut.
Yeah.
And okay, yeah, I hit a draw there, big deal. But that's what I was thinking. I was like, all right, I know it takes a while to click in, but
Yeah.
you're right. If that face is closed and it's here,
Yeah.
you can only exit that way. You can't
Exactly.
come across. So
Right. So I mean, you want all the sort of cliches. I mean, Instagram's got a million of them, but take your setup here, right? I don't think we have any. So, but right hand only. Okay. Racket. Okay. Swing the racket out to the. Okay. So just but make a big turn. Okay. Deliver it into my hand. Good. Excellent. And again, deeper. Good. And again. Good.
pickleball.
Right. Shift, and then make sure you shift the weight. Good. Okay. So that, just some movement pattern, guys, that we're trying to really get Mikey to sort of understand. There. Right? Not that way.
Yeah.
Right? When you go that way, right shoulder comes out, we're trying to really go there. Okay, so the Gary player. Kenny, you got the ingredients here?
Yeah.
Listen, we're not looking for perfection day one. We're looking for improvement day one.
Yeah, a lot to work on. And
Lot
I
to
said
work
to you, off camera there, but I don't think about much when I hit play. The fact that it's taking me a while to pull the trigger,
Lots of
I'm
thought
definitely
going into it.
trying to hit them.
Okay, give me your sort of key thoughts, because I mean, again, we're talking to the audience who this is for you, but it's also for them. What is it about this that can help them? What are the key components here? What do you think has changed your pattern from being very out to in dominant, little across it?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, the old-fashioned range pro would used to say, right foot back and swinger through. That works sometimes, but if you're really trying to change it for the better, this is more dynamically changing things. That is not just a one-trick pony. There's a lot to this. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. If I was to go play today, I probably maybe would put one thing into play because I would forget the rest. And you're trying to obviously hit it, but this is definitely more technical, more advanced.
If I was in the course with you right now, if we're in the range, I'd just be like, okay, I'd walk you over to the right-hand side of the range, I'd set you up pretty square, and I'd just say, okay, Mikey, we're really strengthening your club face. We're going to kind of work on a deeper, higher, really sort of rotated, torqued position in your backswing, trying to really get the muscles lengthened so that when we shift, the coil really is a kind of reaction, not a thought that really has to go into that. Like, I want those muscles to be so nicely and wound, tightly coiled that by the time you create the lateral, the rotational is a reaction. And then sort of you go there. Like you said, like, will I not just hit down on it more for shift into lead side? You won't, because you're going to want to push off the ground and create that energy.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, right, sign us off with a high draw. Come on, give us the best swing of the bunch. Doesn't have to be a fast one.
3 hours later.
Awesome. Awesome. Bit high in the club?
Yeah, a little high in the club, yeah. 2 out, 10, and 2 up.
2 out, 2 in?
Yeah.
2 up. So that seems to be about
kind of
where
right
you've sort of leveled out, but you have the ingredients now to be less, less out to in as you sort of once were. Okay. You want to do one more?
Come back, left, baby.
That's a handsome shape. Good job. All right, we love the shape. We love the direction you're going with this. Again, easy 99 mile an hour speed, right?
Yeah.
Again, when you're as out to in as you are, Mikey, you're kind of swinging with the brakes on a little bit, right? When you swing, now that wasn't out to the right, into out, but you can swing more aggressively when your path is certainly more neutral or even a little bit into out. So
definitely.
We want to work more towards that. That's where you're going to unlock more speed from. Obviously, speed training's great, but let's get the technique portion right, and we're gonna compound it.
Cool.
Kind of diving back a little bit, when we sort of took the band-aid of the setup off, Mikey, we saw angle of attack down, path 9-5 out to in. Now it produced an okay golf shot, but reality is 248 with the level of exertion you're putting into it, the sort of effort level is certainly not what we want. So that was our starting point. We really want to sort of lean into how much better that last swing was from a path perspective, right? Really, really good, nice neutral path. Now upward with the angle of attack, good launch, good spin. We're club fitters at the end of the day, but we don't want to be putting Band-Aids all over people's golf games.
Yeah,
we don't want that.
Swings are going to evolve or change. If you're serious about, working on your game, we don't want to Band-Aid anything.
Exactly. So the direction we're going in here is the right direction. First and foremost, we're making a more efficient body turn. We have all the setup sort of fundamentals right, and really at the minute we're prioritizing club face. Right, the stronger we make that club face, we know the path will want to obviously get less to the left.
Definitely. Okay.
Good stuff. All right, guys. Hopefully this has resonated with a lot of you faders out there. Even if you've got a weak ball flight, I would say for people out there that maybe are sort of hitting their irons as far as friends, but when it comes to the driver, they all of a sudden lack a little distance, or vice versa. There's a flaw in the swing somewhere that is not lending itself to that particular club. And, for Mikey, there's so much more to come, from his game. I would say how much you play the 70 or, whatever it's been, 90-something rounds this year, you're just so match sharp. You're so sharp when you play that it's very easy for you to guide yourself around the golf course. But I would rather sort of, give you some better mechanics to hold on to. And I know ultimately that's going to lead you to a more successful, some more longevity to your game.
Definitely. Hit it further too. And
straighter. That's coming. That's
far and straight. That's what I want.
The nice thing is that's coming. That's kind of like almost like the easy part for you now is like it's getting further. You know how to swing faster now.
Yeah.
We just need you to lean into some of these slight technical changes. We're not in a rush.
No.
We're not in a rush.
No, the snow is coming.
Snows are coming. Okay, guys. Again, back to you guys. Obviously, this is hopefully helpful for Mike, but I want this to be helpful for you. I want those of you who see yourself in this, or a friend, please share this with a golf buddy if you know they're a chronic slicer. Let them know, club face is king, right? You know, club face is, you know, the ultimate dictator to this. We want the path to be more to the right because that helps the sort of, you know, face, you know, close over a little bit more. We've got to give it that incentive. I always go back to that word. We have to incentivize the golf swing to do the right things. And if we don't, we're just going to get a load of compensations.
Yeah.
We are. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for Mikey's progress with, you know, his mechanics and obviously the speed journey. Stay tuned. We'll see you again soon.